When schools socially transition children, it's not just those individual children that are impacted. All students are affected, but girls in particular. Girls are being taught to accept discrimination. Victoria tells me about a school swimming carnival where a boy with a special gender identity wore a fabulous two-piece bathing suit and competed in the girls category.
And I stood there and I watched this kid win all of the under-19 girls swimming races, and then the second and third girls jump out of the pool and give him these huge hugs. I was shocked, to be honest, to witness it as if it was okay. And that boy used the girls' changing rooms on that day. I know because I saw him go into them. And no one died. I am in no way saying that particular young man is in any way unsafe to girls in those changing rooms as an individual. It just shouldn't happen.
In Loudoun County, Virginia, USA, schools were forced to adopt the same policies regarding toilets and change rooms, allowing students to use the facilities of the opposite sex. It led to a teenage girl being anally raped in the girls' toilets by a boy wearing a skirt. News reports initially described him as gender fluid, meaning a person whose gender identity is not fixed and can change from day to day or hour to hour. That changed very quickly to, no, he's not transgender, he just wears a skirt for attention, implying that the rape had absolutely nothing to do with the school policy that allowed boys into the girls' toilets.
This is where I sense in schools that there is a little bit of sanity, because I've been involved in numerous conversations with senior leadership within schools around the provision of private facilities or changing facilities or toilet facilities or even camps for students that identify as trans or non-binary. And you can see their discomfort with the conversation. So I get the feeling from that they know this is bullshit, but it's policy and they have to do it. So what a lot of schools are doing now is creating the non-binary toilet or the non-gendered toilet, which has very high doors and walls, so you can't look under and you can't, unless you're Spider-Man, climb over. And they have them in a more open kind of area. So where I've seen, they're still keeping male and female, but they're often creating a third block of toilets.
For Victoria, who works in schools closer to the city, she's noticed something a bit different.
In general, it only goes one way. Female students continue using the female toilets, and it's the males that are more likely to push for an accommodation.
And what about school camps? Julie isn't just the mother of a girl with rapid onset gender dysphoria. She also works in education.
As an educator, I have had to put a 12-year-old boy in a dormitory with a whole bunch of girls. And the conversation was, we have to protect that child. We have to protect that child's rights. And my argument was, what about the rights of all the other biological girls in the room? But that wasn't a conversation that leadership wanted to have. And I see that quite a lot.
It's been pointed out by many before me that these policies send a dangerous message to girls. It teaches them that boys and men who wear women's clothing are safe.
But what we're asking also a lot of women to do now, we're asking all women to do, is to ignore that little voice in your head that goes, this isn't right or this isn't okay. And I really feel for those girls becoming women, coming up through university now, who that little safety voice has been squished, completely squished. You can't think that. Trans women are women, thought-stopping technique. You can't be uncomfortable with a man in your space. That you're a bigot, you're a transphobe. So we just put young women and girls at just ever more risk of experiencing male violence because they're not taught to have those instincts or to trust those instincts, or then to self-flagellate if they have those instincts that they're a bad person.